is so much fun!
That's the last of the outreach, right?
Bullies, let's race!
Waiting for dinner after work.
Over here! First, the good news. They've crossed my name off the mental health watch list. I'm finally free! And the bad news. Since I kinda did some falsifying during the investigation, they said I breached, but since I did it to make sure the bad guy didn't get away with anything, and I actually helped, the final verdict is I'll still have to stay on the mental health watch list for a while. Well, once you have your suspect, the rest is easy. Plus, there's one teacher whose forte can wring out the truth from anyone. But I do have Professor Mornier to thank for sending an official email that explained everything. I guess that means it'll be harder to skip her classes now. Dr. Herson said she was overclocked for too long. I'm worried. Yeah, let's go check on her. I bet knowing we're thinking about her will help her.
Hello. May I ask if you are Rover? I'm here to inform you that Professor Mornier has just woken up.
Bullies, keep up!
Please wait! Don't come in yet! Sorry. I've gone through rehab before, and it's been a while since this happened. Don't worry.
Professor Mornier, how are you feeling now? Dr. Herson said you were in bad shape. It's great to see you've recovered a little.
To be honest, at that time, but when I was drifting in and out of consciousness, I thought I saw a girl within a light blue ring.
A light blue ring? Can you describe what you saw in more detail?
I can't be sure.
It sounds like the girl Mornier saw is the same one I encountered when I first got to Lahai. She's able to go up against the Thenodian herself and appear in the reactor drive. She's connected with the Exostrider and the Thenodian in ways we still don't fully understand. Figuring out who she is and what happened to her will be the next big task.
Rover? Rover! Hey! To celebrate Professor Mornier waking up and the crisis being averted, don't you think we should go for a ride? Nothing beats the wind on your face. The three of us still don't have a group picture.
A photo under the new Helios. Sounds like it'll make a good souvenir.
Yes. Witnessing the rise of the new sun together. That's also the promise between the two of us, Mentor. Let's go.
So, not bad, huh? Back in the day, whenever I was stressed about the future, hanging out here always... Look, now we can just...
I used to think that when I saw this view, I'd cry, but now, when I see Helios's light pouring over the land, with the ancient frostlands, and I just think...
Well, let's to freedom!
to civilization.
To new beginnings.
Three days ago, when Helios was launched, we registered an unexpected spike in void matter concentrations near Hyvatia. It interfered with the launch. We're still unsure what triggered the surge, but after comparing the waveforms with the device Professor Mornier brought back, we suspect it was an artificially induced void storm. And we found you unconscious close by.
Dr. Herson, I really can't remember anything.
You can relax. Professor Lucilla has already given you the... I'm just here for protective oversight, acting as your personal bodyguard.
Aren't you the campus doctor? And you're here to protect me?
A doctor's duty, isn't it? But there is one thing I need your testimony on. Before you fainted, who did you see?
Good day, gentlemen. Hyvatia's routine maintenance has been completed. I'll be on my way.
Who's that? Oh, never mind. No time to think about that. Dr. Herson, the Academy's review committee thinks that what I've said is unbelievable. Before I passed out,
It seems my hastily chosen pawn has proven to be utterly ineffectual. It appears, but no matter, no matter. I'll simply chalk this up as a poor judgment call. A band of fools who enacted a farce. Oh, such a pity, though. With this piece expended, the chapter where the girl forms her bond with a Threnodian must be delayed. But that is a tale to be savored later.
Mentor, the wind may have left you here.
My symptoms have stopped for now, but whatever drained my frequency is still somewhere in the High Roy. The only thing I haven't surveyed yet is the...
for Encores aerial recon.
Now we reach the second epoch of the Royan Trine myth, the Sacred Reactor Epoch. After Boulder, the sun's incarnation, had sealed the foreign divinity Huthdrungur, the Frostlands fell into an endless dream. Assistant Navora, would you continue?
Okay. This section, it describes how the Exostrider used its greatsword to seal the Threnodian behind the Strider Gate. The records say both the Exostrider and the Threnodian traveled through the Strider Gate to reach Lahai Roy. But the Threnodian pushed the Exostrider to the brink of defeat. But at that moment, for reasons unknown, the Exostrider's reactor drive flared with blinding light.
And it found the strength to raise its sword and seal the Threnodian away. Lahai Roy was saved. What a relief. Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Imeth from Rebel College, same as you. First time seeing you in class. Trying to collect credits from all 4 departments? That's ambitious.
Imeth. I never got the chance to thank you.
Thank me?
The day the Eye of the Thenodian appeared, you drove it back.
Did I? Sorry.
She doesn't sound like she's lying. Then how?
A synchronist. A freshman.
What's...
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just not used to seeing you like this. I mean, look at you. Something's The Academy still hasn't issued you one? They're painfully slow sometimes. I have to go. Gotta run, Professor!
Rover, let's try to channel that enthusiasm into listening. Do come see... Assistant Navora, if you would, pick up...
Sigrika, could you come to the library with me? Okay.
Hey, did you notice the new student?
Rover, something happened during class. So a girl named Imeth just got up and left the lecture hall. I never expected to hear that name again. Certainly not. Perhaps you've just had a run-in with a ghost. After all, you were the only one who saw her.
President Lucilla, what do you...
Stay at Rebel College long enough, and you'll eventually hear her name mentioned. Though it's a story from over a decade ago now. Imeth was a synchronist. Brilliant, popular. Professors had high hopes for her. Then, during a piloting drill, she simply vanished. She climbed into a simulator with the others, but when the cockpit reopened, hers was empty. Intrigued? Want to go find her? She saved you. Seems the mysteries around that girl are still multiplying. To see someone who vanished years ago, presumed dead, lingering around the academy, a figment of your imagination? She disappeared from the Synchroling training grounds. The very cockpit she vanished from is still there. The Academy turned it inside out at the time and found nothing. But if... I expect you'll dig up some new surprises for it.
Solaskin? What could they be doing here? That's Solaskin. It's headed straight for the Synchroling training grounds. My frequency loss. It's getting worse.
Nope. Still on the fritz. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. After that mech flew off, I felt less of my frequency bleeding out. That mech's frequency felt like the presence from the rift back in Honami City. Imeth, that mech only left after it saw you. That's twice you've saved me. And your hand back there.
Me? I'm not the Exostrider's synchronous now. I'm its resonator. I just died first. Call me a digital ghost. Plus years back, the underground seal broke. The Threnodian on the other side of the Strider Gate was about to swallow Lahai Roy. I was still a student. My sync with the Exostrider hadn't hit 100% yet, but there was no other choice. The Exostrider was still sleeping, so I had to do something unorthodox.
So you overclocked yourself to try to resonate with it.
Yup. Impressive, right? I woke the big guy up. If only for a second. The seal held. The crisis averted. Everyone I cared about, they made it, but it was too much for me. My body couldn't take it and got totally torn apart. So yeah, I died. But I'm still here, just floating around. I've been a little invisible. Well, a lot invisible. To everyone until you. You can see me now because of this. The Exostrider's reactor core. My existence is kind of tethered to it now. Think of it as my heart. Even as a digital ghost, I never stopped trying to pull myself back together. To get back to reality, there's something I gotta do. And I gotta be the Exostrider's true resonator to see it through. But our resonance started with an overclock. The power I got was unstable from the get-go. I've spent years building it back up with this core. The Solaskin have been my little helpers too. Then, not long ago, you ended up with it. That became your backstage pass to...
Not long ago. You mean when the reactor drive fell?
Bingo! Since then, the core has become energy stored inside you. This is the first time I managed to make it solid. Took me a bit to figure out the trick.
Then it was you. You were the one who saved Mornier when she was dying.
You and that junior of yours were always close. We even crossed paths a few times back when I was still, well, around. Of course.
A junior of mine. So I really did know Mornier in the past.
Oh, and by the way, when you charged in to save Professor Mornier, you looked pretty cool. All right, no more teasing. But I mean it. No matter what, you always choose to save. And to me, that's the coolest thing in the world. Anyway, back to business. The reactor core is tied to Sigillum. That's the mech that attacked. It's like those void worms you fought. Made mostly of Exostrider parts, but corrupted. Contaminated by Threnodian void matter. Sigillum stole a chunk of my power. That threw a wrench in my whole reassembling myself project. Now it's after the core too. Since Sigillum holds this piece of the Exostrider's power, it can't be killed completely as long as the Exostrider and I exist. Now, it can only be me who stops it. And since just touching the thing makes your frequency drain, taking it down should plug your leak too. Plus, I get my power back. Win-win. But see what it's doing to me? Even with you holding the core, I keep flickering in and out. 1 second I can touch you, the next I'm fading right through. So annoying. So will you help? You've got the core, and the reactor drive is wrecked. I can't do this alone. Also, I've noticed, when the core is in your hand, it runs faster.
I can tell you're leaving a few things out, Imus. Still, you helped me and a lot of people in the High Roy. That's enough for me to trust you.
Existence is the imprint life leaves behind. Being remembered, talked about, all the places I went when I was alive bear those imprints. The core's running lets me find and record those frequencies. These little cuties have been my scouts. And they'll be our guides now, too. Pretty easy, huh? All you gotta do is carry the core and follow our lead.
I'll do it.
Alrighty. Thanks in advance, study buddy. The Soliskin went down the lift. Let's follow.
Before we go, I need to contact Mornier. The reactor drive was Lahai-Roy's son. If I'm using the core, the Academy will want to know. Imeth definitely glossed over some things, like what happened during our previous encounter, what she's done since becoming a digital ghost, and the real, after years drifting like this, to still hold on to that spirit. Her will must...
Has something happened, Mentor? I see. So the reactor drive's core survived the crash. It must be the key to reactivating the Exostrider. Of course, then the official stance is that it be returned. Star Tour. But as you said, curiosity from the Institute is inevitable.
Mornier?
My. Already caused a stir in the training grounds. Color me impressed. I'll have people clean up the aftermath. You can carry on as you see fit.
You were monitoring my comms with Mornier?
You're a person of special interest. Of course we keep an eye on your movements.
We?
Yes, we. The Space Trek Collective. Think of us as the annoying adults on campus. I'll handle the debate between the Institute and the Academy about the core. This is a matter of priority. They'll listen to me. But when you're done with your business, I'll need you to return the core to the Exostrider. You didn't mention it to Mornier, but I suspect your possession of it traces back to Imeth.
President Lucilla, I don't appreciate being interrogated over a tapped line.
My apologies. As the one responsible for this academy, matters related to the Exostrider tend to cloud my judgment. After the incident with Warren, we upgraded safety protocols on public lines. No more overstepping. Here is a peace offering. I've granted you full clearance. Passes for the Starboard Riseway, archive access, and use of a... I'll also personally apologize to Professor Mornier for interrupting your comms and ensure her next research grant is... How's that, Rover? More to your liking?
Why is the Space Trek Collective pushing this so hard?
You should know. You have a past in Lahai-Roy, and you have some kind of connection with the Exostrider. The Twilight Epoch, the unending winter described in Royan legend. The threat of the Threnodian Aleph 1 is growing. We need the Exostrider awakened. Returning that reactor core is... We've always trusted you to stand with us in this matter. To stand... You know where to find me if you need anything, Rover. And my door is always open.
The Soliskin is leading us to the auditorium first. The new solar celebration is almost here. I wonder what they'll put on this time. By then, exams will be over, and we'll finally get a long break. Ah, vacation. What's not to look forward to?
Structural override initiated. Fans at the Academy. I just hope the fan meeting goes smoothly and everyone has fun. Oh, hello. Are you here for the Fleet's No Fluff fan meeting? She's a singer, a campus legend. She's only released online, but her site hasn't been updated in over 10 years. Don't be such a downer. Maybe she probably never showed her face to keep her life private. Here, even if you're not a fan, you should give her a listen.
A fan meeting. Come on. Let's follow the Soliskin and see what's going on in the...
so many drafts. Finally got this.
The fan meeting merch made it on time. Thank.
What? Oh, just a habit of mine. Waving, chatting, going to class. It makes me feel like I'm still alive. If I stop, I might forget what it felt like to be human. Call.
Fleet Snowfluff.
Yep, that's me. But don't say my alias out loud.
So you weren't just a synchronist. You had a whole other life here.
Just one of my many hobbies. I was into photography, gaming, movie nights with friends. Figured you only get to be a student for a few years. And I wasn't the ambitious researcher type. I wanted to soak it all up while I could. I tried a little bit of everything. I just wanted a happy, carefree life. Who knew I'd end up as a ghost, stuck as a student for 10 more years? How awful is that? Wait, does this mean I'm never gonna graduate? Hope so. Guess everyone needs something to hold on to. It's good to have a little hope. But I have to say, it's really moving to hear people talk about my songs after all this time. I wrote those for myself, you know? Never expected so many people to care. But if they made someone feel something, joy, pain, anything, that makes me really happy. Hey, listen. Hear that song playing in the auditorium? That's the unfinished demo I left on my site. What a shame. I really should have finished that before the training run. Now it's my little musical epitaph. Let's go. The Soliskin is calling us.
Is that the student rep from Rebel College? That's one bold speech.
Is she giving a welcome speech or recruiting for a space adventure club? Uh-oh, the professors look upset.
But she made a good point, didn't she? Isn't that passion the entire reason we're here? To explore.
Imeth, right? I remember her sync test scores were off the charts. We might be looking at this year's prime Exostrider candidate.
Don't be so sure. Heard about her extracurriculars. Put nicely, she's quite the dabbler. Put bluntly, she doesn't take anything seriously.
Potential is still potential. She's brilliant. She just needs guidance.
May we one day walk among the stars, to touch with our own hands a universe so cold, so real, and so breathtakingly beautiful. That's all from me. If I keep going, my credits this year might be in danger. It's an amazing feeling to be here at Star Torch Academy, and to know I'll be sharing this journey into the great unknown with all of you. As a student, I can't wait to start this new chapter of my life. There's just one thing missing today. I wish my family could be here in the crowd to hear this. So, to him, I want to say, I'm doing great, and I'm happy. Everything is just as you hoped it would be. So please, don't worry about me.
Looking back, I really do miss them. Star Torch Academy is a nice place. I mean, I caused my fair share of trouble, but the professors...
You saved Lahai Roy, Imeth. But you paid for it with your future. And no one even knows.
Maybe a little. But it's fine. Loneliness doesn't kill. Besides, I wish I could have been there. At graduation. To hug my friends and wish them all the happiness in the world. The Solace can headed outside. If it's leaving the campus, it's probably going to the Frostlands. Right, we'll need to take the Starward Riseway.
That place above the sword.
Yes, a frozen, silent plain, white with endless snow. The place where the Exostrider finally sank into slumber. Our next stop is the Starward Riseway. When I was a kid, I once hid in the Starward Riseway and made it to the Frostlands all by myself.
Bold even as a child.
We don't run into bad weather. Last time.
cold?
I'm fine.
Between you and me, ghosts can't feel the cold. The snow. It's so beautiful.
What a coincidence to run into you here. This is a pleasant surprise.
Oh, it's Dr. Luke. When he's around, just pretend I'm not here. Otherwise, you look like a weirdo talking to thin air. You should hide too, okay? This is our secret.
You know him?
He's the school doctor. All the students know him. I didn't super well, but I do know that he's been in Lehigh Roy for a long time, and...
You came to the Frostlands for the exorcism? I'm headed the same way. I've got to check in on some researchers stationed out here on long... Having a guide might make the trip a little easier. Let me help you modify your bike. There are quite a few waterways, and its current setup might not handle them well.
You know how to modify bikes.
You pick up a few things when you come here as often.
Oh, I used to love riding. My friends even called me the Speed Queen. Though that was usually while they were white-knuckling the seat and screaming.
Look at this place. Hard to believe it, but years ago, well, back then the Roya were nomads, the true natives of Lehigh Roy, who walked in step with...
Was it the lament that changed it into Frostlands?
Yes. It triggered a magnetic pole shift. From then on, Lehigh Roy became the new pole. But a lament wasn't the only cataclysm stirring back then. In the past, we had already reached the stars, but at some point, the etheric sea spread to cover all of Solaris. From that moment on,
the universe locked its doors. We couldn't verify whether the sky above us was real or just a
countless spacecraft were lost. Our space exploration programs were abandoned, and space became... But times have changed. Since its founding, the goal of Star Torch Academy has been to use the Exostrider to explore space, whether through the etheric sea...
I understand the etheric sea part, but the Strider Gate...
You know Lehigh Roy's history? Both the Exostrider and the Thenodian first came to Solaris through the Strider Gate. The Academy has its theories, but here are two you might find interesting. With a gateway like that, of course we want to open it. But to pass through, we must awaken the Exostrider and be prepared to face Aleph 1 head-on. I've long believed that Aleph 1 poses a far greater threat beyond void storms and void worms. With other Thenodians, we can at least glean clues of their nature from their places of origin and the civilizations they emerge from. But Aleph, so many dream of being the Voyager who returns from the stars, the first to walk the cosmos once more. But in all these years, no one has succeeded. The etheric sea phenomenon cast us into isolation, but it also gave birth to all our dreams of what could lie beyond. And those dreams are still alive today.
Dr. Herson?
Just call me Luke. It has a nicer ring to it.
Then, Luke, you asked about my feelings in the academy. What about yours? How long have you been here?
About 20 years. I was a traveler before that, seeing what Solaris had to offer. But then a friend asked me to come to Lahai Roy, to keep an eye on things here for him. The students make it easy. Watching them find their way is its own.
You see that? Ancient life forms, frozen right into the ice walls. Millennia frozen in a single moment. Preserved so perfectly you could almost see what they used to be. To be stuck like this forever. Kind of miserable, don't you think?
Must be around here.
Someone's ahead. That voice. I remember hearing it not long ago.
You are... Whoopsies. Oh, and Dr. Herson. You are traveling together? Did the Academy greenlight a new field trip?
Just my routine checks on the field researchers. Rover here has their own business to attend to, but we're headed the same way. What about you, Miss Navora? Chasing more fallen debris?
Yes, exactly. I heard the Frostlands have been experiencing changes since Helios was launched. I had a hypothesis that new debris fields might have been exposed.
Debris?
Space equipment that fell from the sky long ago. Probes, satellites, and even space stations. Some previous digs unearthed wreckage containing records lost during the lament. Oh, and images. Photos taken in orbit of other planets. They were absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. Oh, sorry. I got carried away. Thank you. Sometimes I'll just start info dumping. The universe. What secrets is it hiding behind all those infinite stars? I really want to know. Anyway, in short, I came here for the fallen debris. The data on the instrument shows there's a high chance that close by... Huh?
Run!
to have been undiscovered debris in this area. It must have been sealed in the ice wall all this time.
Luke, Navora,
Oh, I'm good. Perks of being a ghost, you know.
I'm so sorry.
the collapse was an accident. We're all fine. The way we came in is completely blocked.
Scaling that ice wall? It's too high. Too risky. I'd rather not have a student on that climb. I've contacted the academy. They're sending a rescue team. Once Navora...
Oh. Hey, little guy here says our next stop is deep in the ice. There's a...
What about waiting inside the station? It's freezing out here, and another collapse is possible.
I agree.
With Rover on the team, a quick recon should be manageable.
Hey, question. Before you came to Lahai Roy, did you,
What do you mean?
like, traveling with a crew? Seeing the, like a classic road trip movie, you know? Nice. Looks like this time I get a co-starring role. Amazing. Let's keep going, study buddy.
There's a collapsed entry point over there, but it's blocked. Some kind of barrier caused by unstable...
The Exostrider sleeps in these frostlands. Void storm activity can make local frequencies unstable with fluctuating void matter. Oh, taking this opportunity, let me grant you access to the module adapter. Let's move to an area with a stronger signal.
Hopefully this helps.
This module adapter was developed by Star Torch Academy for Frostland expeditions. Hey, let's give it a try. You'll need it here. Compared to other debris fields, this station is in much better shape.
It's amazing.